Hey guys, my name's Ben Howard. We're out here at Gower Park to film our 6th battle in the zone clone bracket, something like that. Sorry, I don't have the things right in front of me, but we have the Toro, which I believe was like the 3rd or 4th seed, and the Breaker, which is like the 15th or 14th seed. This one will be an interesting round because the Breaker is probably the most understable disc on the bracket, and the Toro's pretty close to one of the most stable. But I think this course is going to play to both of these disc strengths, so should be a pretty interesting round. Just a quick reminder though, each disc does get a mulligan per round. But yeah, we're already here on hole 1. It's a par 3, about 250 feet. You see the basket up here tucked off to the left. I'm just going to take the discs, throw them out to the right. Probably just throw both of them flat. Maybe the Breaker on a little bit of hyzer. Toro's got the box since it's the higher seed. I feel like that's a touch short, but that should be a circle 1 putt. Oh, I threw it so low. Dang, I wanted to see how stable that thing was, but it flew pretty straight. Okay, so both of them went about the same distance. The Breaker's just a little bit farther out though. Let's see, we can go and start out with the birdie. Nice. I'm gonna move that. Typically I wouldn't care if it was on the opposite side like that, but considering these only have one row of chains, I'm not gonna test it. All right guys, for hole 2, another par 3, maybe like 150 feet. This one we gotta throw a forehand hyzer that gets in front of these trees right here on the left, but gets past this tree pretty much right in front of us. I probably could go to the right of it, but then I'd bring in this stuff on the right. I really don't want to use a mulligan this early in the round, but Toro's still got the box. Let's see what we can do. Oh, dunk it. Okay. Maybe a touch short, a little right. That's not bad though. Do it a little wide. Oh yeah, that's great. No. Dang it. I'm not going to use the mulligan yet. I want to save that for like the 2-stroke swings. I don't like using them, especially in putts like that. I don't. I'd hate to then miss the putt again and use up the mulligan. All right, guys, for hole 3, got a par 3. I think this one's right at 100 feet. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's right here, tucked on the right. So very similar line to the last hole, but like 50 feet closer. Requires a good amount of touch. Let's see, so the Breaker has the box. I think we're just gonna stand still, forehands. Try and move out of the way after I throw my shot though. Oh yeah, that's parked. Oh, get in. Oh, dang it. Those are both like 5 feet. Whew. All right guys, so for hole 4, another par 3, maybe 120 feet. This one used to be a lot more difficult. There was a bunch of trees between us and the basket, but all the trees got taken out by the hurricane. So now it's more of just a touchy shot where you're trying to get the land short and scoot up to the basket. Breaker still got the box. Maybe give it just a touch of anhyzer out of the hand. Give it a little bit of height, give it time to just drop. And I'll definitely have to do that for the Toro. And scoot a little long. I felt better, but yeah, I think that's closer. I think technically the Toro's farther away, but it's a wide open 15 footer, so I'm gonna go ahead and putt from the breaker. Ooh, nice. All right guys, now we're on hole 5. From here you'll notice the distances of the holes get a lot longer than the last holes we've been playing. For example, this one's like a par 4, 450 feet, maybe. No, I think it might be under 400 feet. I'm not too sure, but it's pretty much a 2-shot hole, especially for these discs. We'll throw a hyzer over this path, get it to finish back to the left, and from there we'll probably have like 100-ish foot approach shot into the green. Nothing too crazy, but definitely a lot more difficult than the holes we've been playing. So there's a chance for some stroke swings, but breaker's still got the box. Oh boy. We'll see how this shot goes with the Toro, but that might be the breaker's mulligan. Yep, I threw that about 10 times better. Man, that has no bite to it at all. Skip, please. Thank you. I'm tempted to try to jump putt in this, but this is too far for me to jump putt, so try just a little chip forehand. Oh, oops. This basket scared the crap out of me. All right, guys, so for hole 6, we got a par 3, about 350 feet. You can barely see the basket behind these 2 trees straight in front of us. I definitely can't get either one of them there, but this will be a good chance to really just see the difference in stability and just have a little distance competition with them. You throw it higher. That's not bad though. I'd rather be off to the right. Have an open shot into the green. Uh-oh. Don't go in there, please. Oops. Oh, that's really short. Okay, I can make that. I think that came out of my hand, like right here. I don't know what I was trying to do. Dang. Whew. These chains still scare me. All right, guys, so for hole 7, we got another par 3. I think it's one like 270-ish. But it's up here on the left. I don't know if you can really see it on camera or not, but you pretty much just got to decide which side of this tree you want to go on. I think my best play is just going to be flex forehands. But yeah, I think both of them, I'm going to try and go to the left side of that tree on some kind of anti-flex line. But the Toro got the box back after that embarrassing last hole. Get up there. Okay, that's a putt. Let's see. Hold it, hold it. Yes. That's definitely closer. I don't know if that's like a edge circle putt or what, but it's definitely a lot better. Well, I thought the breaker was a lot closer, but they're both right here. The Toro's like a foot farther away, I guess. This is some of the best tries I've ever thrown this hole, though. No, ugh. God. That was a gross putt. Drop. I was worried that was going to happen. All right, guys, made hole 8. This one's a par 3, another 270-ish footer, just right there. We do have like a, I want to say it's a headwind. So, I guess I'll go backhands on this one. This tee pad's really rough. It's like 3 feet off the ground, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to commit to this shot, but we'll see. Holy crap. I got over the fence, thank goodness. Okay. Whew. Try that again. There we go. Once again, I'm tempted to use the Toro's mulligan, but I mean, I got up here to like a 60-footer. The breaker's actually a little bit shorter, and I was thinking it might be closer to 40 feet. So I'll just save it for hole 9. Nope, that wind's gonna carry it left. Nope. Typically, I wouldn't film these putts, but after that last hole, I guess I better. Ugh. Alright guys, we made it to hole 9, final hole of the video. This one's a par 3, I want to say a little over 250 feet. Just right there, nothing in the way. Obviously the baseball field on the left is out of bounds and pickleball court on the right is out of bounds. We have a pretty stiff left to right wind. So if I go for a stock forehand just out to the left, it's probably going to go too far to the right, at least for the Toro. Breaker will probably just get held over and never come out. So I'm kind of tempted to go out over the field and let that wind carry him back to the right. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw a backhand with both of them, just flat, just a little out to the right of the basket, because that wind should kind of keep him pushing straight. Toro's still got the box, and I got to remember, this one still has the mulligan. Oh, I'm assuming that'll be, well, I'll have to see how close that is, but that might be the mulligan. So surprising how stable but like kind of unstable that breaker is. Yeah, so I went and grabbed the Toro. This time I'm not going to try and throw it on any anhyzer. I'm just going to throw it flat, a little out to the right of the basket. Skip. Oh. Okay. Never mind, that's parked. Alright, I'm going to double check the scores, but I believe that's a tie. Alright, so just count up the scores. Both discs were 5 under, so that means we're going to be doing a playoff. For this one, we're going to throw in a CTP from right here next to hole 9 to 8's basket. Let's see. I'll flip the Toro. If it's heads, it goes first. If not, the breaker goes first. Tails. The breaker first. Yeah, I'm going to throw the breaker in just a little bit of hyzer, just straight at the basket. Okay, turns out that that wind dropped it really bad. That was also just a bad forehand in general. Alright guys, that finished up our round out here with the Toro and the breaker. The Toro ended up taking it down in the playoff. I was trying to figure out what it was about the breaker that just was kind of messing with me. But what I really think it is just that the breaker is way more neutral than I'm used to out of an approach disc or a zone type disc. And so I was having to control it a lot more than something like the Toro. And not only that, but like I've had previous experience with the Toro, and with how overstable the Toro is, it's just so much more dependable, especially in these windy conditions. So it's hard to be confident with something like the breaker that's just so much more neutral. Ultimately, I just think the breaker's not what you should be putting in your overstable approach disc slot. This should be that replacement for a really beat-in version of a zone, or just an overstable putter with a shallow feel. But feels great forehand, backhand, and I would be curious to see what a premium version of these would do. I really do like this baseline version though, because it's just so straight, but really torque resistant. But like I said, this will be moving on to the next round. I don't remember the disc we're going to be playing with next week, but if you want to see that battle, that'll be coming out next Friday, so stay tuned for that. But thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and y'all have a good one.